So, what happens when you shift from why is this happening to me to what am I supposed to be learning from this? Well, you shift from a victim mentality, you shift from feeling like you have no control over a situation, which, let me clarify, yes, a lot of things happen in our lives where we do not have control over them, but when we are focused on the wrong thing, case in point, why is this happening to me versus what am I supposed to be learning from this? We miss the lesson in it. When we are focused on the offense that was done to us, it is so easy for us to be stuck in our feelings. It is so easy for us to focus on everything that has come up out of the situation versus us being intentional and paying attention to, you know what, this is not the first time that this situation has happened. So the fact that it keeps happening from time to time to time, maybe there's something that I need to be learning in this. And so when you shift from why is this happening to me to what is it that I'm supposed to be learning, you take the time to pay attention, you take the time to self reflect, and you sit there and think, hmm, what happened the last time this happened? How was I feeling? It's easy for you to get to the root of the problem because we all know that unless you get to the root of the problem, which is doing that deep work, not that surface level work, but that deep work, that is the only time that a situation is not going to repeat itself. Those cycles are not going to continue to keep repeating themselves because you're going to know exactly where it's coming from. You're going to understand what triggers you, what happens, what makes these things occur. So when you can notice and recognize why these things are happening, where they're coming from, then before you even get to that point of repeating that cycle, then you can pause and take a step back. And instead of you going left like you always do, now you can go right. So there's like so many different things when it comes to why is this happening to me? I was there. It was like I had this woe is me mentality, a victim mentality, like something's always happening to me as if I had no control, as if what was going on in my life, the situation that was going on in my life that I wasn't a part of whatsoever. And when you have that victim mentality, like you're not a part of being able to change the outcome, then that's why you keep having these reoccurring cycles happening. But when you can clearly approach a situation and say, okay, what is it that I'm supposed to be learning from this? It's you getting your power and your authority back. It's like, okay, I may not be able to control everything that's happening to me, but I can control how I deal with the situation. I can control how I respond, how I react, how I show up. I am the one who could change the narrative of this. I'm the one who could change the direction of how this is going. So, the next time you're going through something, I know when it first happens, of course, your mind is not going to automatically go to, what am I supposed to be learning from this? The fleshly part of you is automatically going to go to, why is this happening to me? But when you find yourself getting into that space, just take a step back, give yourself time to deal with it, to process it. Hey, if you got to sit in it, that's well and fine. But just make sure that you change that. Why is this happening to me? To what am I supposed to be learning from this? And you will see how you will stop having reoccurring things keep happening over and over again. You'll know when to stop. You'll know when to be like, okay, every single time this happens, then I notice that this happens. So it's like you will be able to stop it before you even get to that point so that you don't keep having these reoccurring cycles. It's also a trick of the enemy. He wants you to focus on the wrong thing because if you're focused on the wrong thing, then you cannot be focused on the right thing. So, what are we doing? Yes, we are asking ourselves, What am I supposed to be learning from this? What is God trying to teach me? Because you're not going to keep going through the same thing over and over and over and over again unless it's something that you need to be learning. So remember that. There's always a lesson in something. Okay, there's always something for you to learn. There's always something for you to know. There's always something that God is trying to get you to get up out of this. It's not punishment. Everything that goes on in your life, everything that happens in your life, He uses it as a teaching moment. He uses it as moments for you to grow from them. So even if there's things happening in your life that you don't necessarily like, appreciate, it hurts you, nothing was for nothing. It wasn't for nothing. Because as long as you learn the lesson from it, as long as you learn how to show up differently, as long as you learn how to deal with it differently, then you got exactly what it was that you were supposed to get. So I love y'all, and I will be back.